Hey guys, welcome to Dark and Glittery. I'm your host, Amanda.
And I'm Jayme. Welcome, darklings.
Let's do this. Hey guys. Hello. Welcome back to Dark and Glittery with Amanda
And Jayme. Welcome back, darklings.
Today, we're going to get dark. It's not that glittery today.
There's going to be glittery parts.
We'll find some for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So today, we originally had an interview planned for tonight, but life happens. We were going to have a ghost hunter come on and actually be interviewed, but we got ghosted by the ghost hunter.
So we hope that ghosts come and find her tonight.
Stop it.
We have so many of our own ghost stories, so why don't we just act like we're ghost hunters?
I mean, I'm really actually afraid of ghosts.
No, I was at one point, Amanda, super afraid of ghosts, but now I don't know if they're in me.
Oh, wow.
But like they are in me and I feel connected to ghosts. Like I actually thrive, but we'll get into those stories.
Okay. I am scared of ghosts, but my anxiety is the unknown. That is my anxiety. Unknown things really freak me out.
I think there's medicine for that.
Well, I need more then. I need more.
If you are listening, doctors, we need a little bit of help. We're promoted out of the closet into the basement.
We were in the attic.
Next is where? Where are we? The bulkhead? I don't know.
We'll see wherever it takes us. So we can't play What's in Jayme's Closet.
Thank God we're not playing that. Okay.
Well, let's start off. Jayme, tell me about your dark and glittery of the week.
I have a story that's quite fun. It's dark to me. You will have to be honest and tell me if it's dark to you as well.
Okay.
I'll
be honest.
Okay. Last week, I had to go to LA for work. And this was a long...
It's real dark.
This was a long...
go to school.
This was... I know. This is what I mean. To some people,
okay,
this is not dark.
You've been to LA.
Okay.
Tell me more.
Yes. But here is the thing. I travel for work somewhat often. And my 12-year-old doesn't give a crap. He doesn't care. It is like I am just non-existent. Doesn't matter. Hey, Maxwell, love you. I'm leaving for 5 days. He gives me the peace sign and like does not think anything else about it. My 8-year-old is completely different. So this is where it's the dark part, right? Is he gets super upset to the point that he will stay awake all night long in fear that I am going to leave early the next morning and not wake him up or not say goodbye. He won't talk to me when I'm traveling. And when I get home, he gives me the cold shoulder. No joke. So I have always so much guilt. So much guilt. I literally spend the first hour driving to Boston crying.
Aww.
I mean, I know I seem heartless, but I have a heart, okay?
You know, Quinn did ask, Jayme travels a lot. How do the boys feel about this?
Great. Quinn?
Week?
Well, now you know Quinn. But so that's super dark. But let me tell you about the glittery aspect of it.
You went to LA.
LA's great and fine. And there was a kick-ass meeting. I was able to run around West Hollywood, visit all my favorite Bravo hotspots, have a sandwich at Something About Her. No, Ariana and Katie were not there. I was able to go into the back alley of Sir. Me and my coworker pulled each other's hair just to create some drama and have some random construction worker take some videos of it. I mean, it was like stirring up some weird drama. And I got to go hang out with like Patrick Schwarzenegger and meet the cast or the singers and the musicians of Dancing with the Stars. And if you are listening, you better be listening, Ronaldo. You are coming on this podcast to tell us the dark and dirty secrets about Kanye West and Camila Cabello.
Stop it.
Okay. So it, in the end, was a great glittery moment, but the darkness ensued from mom guilt.
Mom guilt.
What's your dark moment, Amanda?
Mine's not as fun as yours.
Boo, boo, boo.
Okay. So the really dark part You were in LA at this point, messaging me about all the fun you were having. I was at school in front of my classroom. A desk had fallen on the ground. And then I was reading out of a book, and I had the book in front of my hands and in front of my face, holding it up. And I tripped so hard over the desk to the point where I should have cried, but I already bruised my ego enough in front of a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds that I was like, don't cry. Don't you dare cry, Amanda.
You could go into a back room and cry. You could.
I couldn't in the moment.
Okay.
There was nowhere to go. But I don't know. Have you ever hurt yourself so much where you feel like you're going to throw up a little?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I've done that like 2 or 3 times, but this time it was my shin bone, and I swear.
Can we see your shin,
I
by the
don't
way?
even know if it's bruised. Oh, it is still kind of bruised.
It is. Wow, that's a big. I was not expecting that.
It's my whole shin bone.
Oh my gosh. I was sending Amanda photos of billboards in LA of rabbis that had insurance billboards running that was like, call me if you need workers' comp. Go to Rabbi Andro.
And that's what she kept sending me. She's like, if you're really hurt, call them. And I'm like, no, I actually am worried if I should go get an x-ray on my shin because it feels like it's broken. And I got like hot and sweaty. It started to like, oh, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. But I didn't. I held it together and the kids laughed. I also laughed.
And the bruised ego. That's why you laughed.
I did. And then the next day, they got talking about it. And I was like, I'm done with these desks. They're gone. They're going to be gone. They're like, no way. So here's the glittery. I got tables.
And if you don't know, for a teacher, I hear that's a big deal.
It's chaos.
Okay.
Now there's less chaos.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyways, so I really bruised my shin. That was aggressive. That was pretty dark. Like I was limping. I was walking around limping.
And now it's a nice purpley bruise, but I will kiss it if you want. Come to mama.
That was rough. That was rough. I didn't go to LA, but I definitely lived my best life with all the 12 and 13-year-olds all weekend.
13's a scary age. I think 13's a scary age. I'm almost there with Maxwell, but 13.
It feels different.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday was Quinn's 13th birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all of you, because there's like 18 of them that turn 13 this month. Mm-hmm. But 13 just felt weird. Like I'm like, whoa, where has time gone? So yeah, dark and glittery, wild weekend, but not LA.
I will say one more thing. I had a dream last night.
Ooh,
I know you're not expecting this.
Tell me more.
I don't remember my dreams, which I think is a problem and goes back to amnesia, but
you're working on that with meditation.
I am.
How many times have you meditated since last episode?
I closed my eyeballs on the airplane, but I woke up at 5 a.m. today, bawling my eyes out, like actually crying.
Wow.
I could not compose myself. I woke up out of a dead sleep, completely crying my eyes out.
Possessed?
Not sure what happened. Cannot for the life of me remember what happened. But the glitter in that is I feel I released something, maybe a devil. I'm not sure what I released, but I don't ever cry. So to have that come out, I think I got more wrinkles and I lost probably a couple of pounds
of tears. Okay. But you don't remember your dream?
No.
Have you ever remembered your dreams?
Not really. People that tell you instantly when you wake up, write down your dreams because you're not going to remember them hours later. So if you write them down then, maybe you're not remembering, but you're jogging your memory in some way, shape, or form.
So I remember my dreams.
Okay. Well, do you want a piece of cake? Okay. You want to blow it out?
But not all of them. And the details get a little dicey, but a lot of my dreams I remember, which is part of our topic.
I love that. It is Halloween month.
October. We love October.
October.
I feel like if there's any two people in town that are like, you must wear costumes on Halloween.
Hi. No, raise my hand.
I'm in.
Me too. We don't even need Halloween for that. We don't.
I did wear my ghost shirt today,
Mm-hmm.
talking about ghost.
Mm-hmm. I like it so much.
Themed it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go into a segment now
Okay.
about ghost stories.
What do I feel that darkness is?
Yeah. What is your idea of darkness?
Well,
What's
I feel
darkness
like
to you?
darkness is a lot of things.
Mm.
I am truly afraid of the dark. I am the person that turns the light off and runs to my bed and jumps as fast as I can because who knows what's underneath my bed. Again, my anxiety is the unknown. Like the time in Costa Rica when we walked across the beach and it was pitch black, instant panic attack. Like Matt carrying me across the threshold. You would think it was romantic and lovely. No. I was climbing up him. Like, please, you can't let me touch the ground.
Sketch.
Because I was so scared of the dark.
Okay.
So scared of the dark.
Okay. Darkness to me is exciting as hell.
Oh, okay.
I maybe used to be scared of the dark, but there's nothing like the adrenaline that you have when you're running in a dark field being chased by somebody.
Oh my God.
For instance, I love going to haunted houses. Love them, especially the ones that actually touch you.
Oh, you're a freak.
The ones that grab you.
No.
in the complete dark. There was one I went through with my husband and his mom and his stepfather. It was in Nashua, and it was one of the touch nights, and we were the first to go. They literally grabbed me, covered my mouth with their hands, and would drag me into back rooms. I left that place with pee all the way down my pants.
I wish you guys could see my face right now because this is the opposite of anything I would want to do in my life.
I think it's a calorie burn. Honestly, it's so enticing and so intriguing. There's something about darkness that lures me in completely. I'm in. Darkness to me is exciting.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, it's terrifying. So one's excited about the darkness and one is terrified.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the name, right?
Darkness and dark and glittery.
I maybe have done 2 haunted houses in my life.
Oh, you're missing out.
No, I think I'm not.
You're missing out.
I think I will do one with you, but you would laugh your ass off at me.
I would take video the whole time.
I know you would.
Of you crying.
So like I can't watch scary movies, but I'll watch like true crime and murder and that shit. But I cannot watch like a devil on the screen terrifying the world.
What do you think about the Ed Gein Monster series on Netflix right now?
So
let's just get into it for 1 minute.
We binged watched.
You did?
For 2 days, basically.
Okay.
So that is fucking creepy. Like, so creepy. Everyone's like, oh, he's no big deal. He's not scary.
I think the most memorable quote from it, and it will stick with me forever, is when he put the girl in the bathtub and he said that she was too warm.
Yes. I knew he was going to say something like that.
You did?
When he about her being alive.
Yeah. Pretty
gross.
Oh my gosh.
When they go through, oh, you must have killed 200 something people.
He didn't, though.
He didn't kill them. He just dug them up.
Yeah.
From graves.
Right.
Like, that's fucked up.
It is.
And illegal, I think. Don't do that.
100%, yeah.
It's like the whole plot of it is
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, created movies based off this man, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
And just to think about those people in the 20s that were like craving fucked up movies.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough fucked up movies for days.
Yeah, we do now. But
we
back
do
then
now,
that was
they
brand
didn't.
new.
They were like craving. That's all they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted fucked up movies with twisted stories.
Super twisted.
And
I'm not into that darkness. That's heavy, grotesque darkness.
I won't have nightmares about that, but I would have nightmares about the ring upside down going down the stairs. The most fucked up part of that movie that I really struggled with, or the show, is when Ed Gaines would put on the skin mask over his face. Like he cut off people's faces and put them on his own face
And danced
and cleaned the house to have a woman's touch.
in a dress. It was interesting.
Sorry if these are all spoilers if you haven't watched it, but clearly he's
We're
a
letting
monster.
you know if you should watch it or not. Now you'll know.
Yeah, body parts in jars,
Disgusting. Okay.
7 million flies. That would be the worst.
That would be
Smell.
the moth.
Ew.
Oh my gosh. You imagine if there's an ant in my home, I'm calling pest control. Okay. Literally, hello, I saw one ant. Come
Listen.
help me.
Super creepy show. And the only reason we brought it up is because both of us were ignoring each other while we binge watched.
Yeah. Peace. And now we'll finish it. But now we're going to get into real life ghost stories.
Ooh. I feel like I have a couple that has happened in my life. I don't know if they're ghost stories or things that I felt happen or things just happen weirdly, but they're unexplainable. When I was in high school, my Pepe passed away. But before he passed away, he was like definitely going to the stages towards death.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time I went to go sit in the living room where he was sitting, and he would say things like, Amanda, don't sit there. I'd be like, why? He'd be like, Uncle Pat's sitting there. Well, Uncle Pat's dead. That's his brother. And he'd be like, you can't sit there. Uncle Pat's there. And I'd be like, I'd look around at my parents and be like, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
They're like, just don't sit there. I'm like, okay, I'll leave. And so he was seeing like dead people from his past and just blurting it out. Another thing that was super creepy with my Pepe is he stayed at my aunt's house during this time when he was passing, and my godson, who's now like 22, but at the time he was like 3, 4, he always played there. And my Pepe called my aunt into his room and he was like, Jackie, come here. And she's like, what, Dad, what? And he's like, what's Tyrell doing? He's like, just playing. And she's like, no. Like, what's he doing out there with those kids? And Jackie's like, he's just playing with his toys, Dad. It's not a big deal. He's fine. He's like, no, it's not fine. All those kids are dead.
Oh, okay. Was Tyrell really playing with kids?
He was pretending.
He was pretending
And
to play with
playing.
children.
Even when he was an infant, I remember like changing his diaper and he would stare straight at the ceiling and laugh at a certain spot in the ceiling.
That all kind of
Creepy.
disappears after you're 3 or 4.
You think, but then we'd be sitting in the car and he's 4 or 5 at this point, and he'd be sitting in the back seat. Me and my cousin would be in the front seat, and he would start laughing. And I'm, again, high school, maybe early college. And I'm, what's so funny, buddy? What's so funny? He's like, it's the old Pepe. What do you mean it's the old Pepe?
Yeah.
And we just like turn up the radio. Okay, that's creepy. And then look up the stairs as we were leaving, and he would wave to somebody and say goodbye.
Crazy. Okay. Are you okay?
Where are you at with this? You're still seeing things?
We need to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. This is like another short one. But when my meme passed, my Pepe was already gone. I was now a junior in college, and I knew she was going to pass. I got a phone call saying that she had passed. And I was in my room in college, bawling my eyes out. Matt at the time was my boyfriend, and he came over so he can attest to this story.
Yeah. Why didn't you run at that moment?
So my computer, which was on, started like click, 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 click. It like blew up. The inside of my computer blew. It was, Matt calls it the blue screen of death. It was not coming back. So that was within 5 minutes of my grandmother dying.
Static electricity. Something.
Call it what you want to call it. And then my aunt was like, I was on the computer when she passed. Maybe she went through me to your computer.
I'd imagine.
Fucking weird. But she definitely fucked up my computer. Don't know why.
Grammy, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Grammy?
Too. So there's been some freaky stuff. Fucked up though.
You're being haunted. Ghosts will never hurt you. Did you know that?
Will they? I feel like some might.
But I've had so many mediums that I've met with that have come to my home, that have done all the things. Yeah, they will not hurt you.
I have heard too that the ghost won't hurt you, but I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because I feel like if a ghost was actually haunting you, like not my loved ones, because they're like more like spirits in my eyes. Ghosts are scary.
Yeah.
Spirits, not so much.
What is the difference?
Not sure. Sounds better.
0. I don't think there's any difference. And ghosts and spirits are the same thing.
I don't know. Spirits are our loved ones. Ghosts are people here that were from the 1920s killed by Ed Gaines. Those are ghosts.
Okay, I have 2 stories.
Okay, tell me them.
One's going to be super fast. One I will make to be as fast as possible. The first is not even mine, but it's a story that I vividly remember and is super freaky. One of my best girlfriends lives in New York City still to this day. And in New York, you don't have cars. You just take the train. All you do is take the train, right?
That's creepy already.
To work, to
That's
friends,
scary
to
for me.
all the things.
That's dark for me.
People. So she was taking the train late at night after the bars.
Okay.
And she was staring across the way directly in front of her at the other side of the train at people sitting there.
Okay.
There were 2 men and a woman.
Okay.
Okay. And one of the men that was in between another man and the woman was pretty much passed out, right? She's drunk. So she thinks that this person is just drunk. So she's just staring at this person that's passed out. She's already drunk. She's not about to say something in the middle of the night to random strangers on a train.
Is she alone, or was
She was alone.
What? Okay. Again, I don't advise doing that.
When you're
Alone
a
on
young
train.
adult, you YOLO it, baby. You YOLO it.
Okay, she's YOLOing.
So a stop comes up, okay? And she stands up and she's about to get out. But the other group in front of her, with the man that's passed out and the other man and the woman surrounding this passed out man, stand up first to get off of the stop. So as they're getting up, simultaneously, another man comes over to my friend and says, he's like, I'm a doctor. I've seen a lot of things, but that's a dead person. And they were dragging that person off the train. So my poor friend now has PTSD about going on trains because she was with a dead person on this train.
Wait a minute. It wasn't a ghost. It was a dead person.
It was an actual live body, fresh from death. Yes. It wasn't a ghost. It was a real person dead on the train that these people were covering up.
Oh my God.
How cuckoo at 2:00 in the morning in New York? Come on. That's sketch.
But that's fucked up.
Let's really feel it.
She has PTSD, dead person, whatever happened with the doctor.
Not sure. That person got off the train and my friend stayed on the train. She stayed on the train. She went to a different stop. She wasn't getting off with the dead guy.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
So she stayed on. She was safe. She's still alive. Thank God. We're so thankful for that. Okay.
Glittery in the darkness.
Here's my next story.
Okay.
Are we ready for this?
Grab everybody. Take a sip of wine. Tell the story
the real way.
Yeah. And I'm going to make fun of it the whole time.
Okay. We moved into this house, me and my husband and our then only one son. I was not yet pregnant with my second. We moved into this home. One of the first things that you do, as you generally do when you move into a new home, is throw parties. I thought it would be super fun to have a fun party with all my college girlfriends that I moved away from, that I lived with in Boston forever.
Yep.
And have them up here in Maine. But the type of parties that we have are not keg stands. They're not like beer pong. They're not, it's seances. We have seances. Okay.
Wow, this already took a turn. Of course, my stories are like, my Pepe knocked on the door and she's like, we're having a seance.
We have seance parties. I have friends that are super special and ethic.
Sure.
And we had a seance party. Nonetheless, all the guys got into it. It was really funny. This was not a done basement. This basement that we are sitting in right now was a regular basement. Like these poles were metal poles, right? There was no floor. There wasn't anything like
Was
that.
it dirt or cement?
It was cement.
Okay.
It was cement, yeah.
All right.
We had a seance and nothing crazy happened in that. Nothing crazy. So everybody just kind of chills and goes back. So nothing fun in that. But at the conclusion of the seance, one of my girlfriends was visibly very shaken up. Visibly very shaken up. And we tried to continuously ask her why. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? She's very sensitive. She is an empath. So if she goes into stores, she goes into places, she feels energy from all over. Okay. She, after a while, finally admitted that she felt something dark and looming.
She was like, bitch, I ain't going to tell you because you just bought this place, but fucking burn it down.
Yeah, pretty much. and dark and looming in the basement. She said that she felt like she was being hit in the head by some object or something of that nature. I'm not remembering exactly, but she was being hit in the head. And when she was being hit in the head, there were numbers that were being repeated in her head. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was 2 numbers. It was like 18 and 24, 18 and 24, over and over and over and over and over, repetitively being hit into her head. She wasn't sure what it meant.
Now, was this immediately when she came into the house or during the seance or after or just like the whole time?
The whole time.
Ooh.
Just constantly getting fed these numbers, constantly.
Okay.
And she felt like there was a lot of energy, dark energy, a lost soul energy in the far left corner of my basement that I will bring you to later tonight.
I'm good. I'm all set, thanks.
That there was just, it felt very lost. And that there was also a lot of energy right here behind me in the corner. Now, there were in those 2 areas, it's a very dark corner back there, which I will lead you to. There, it's a storage area and it's dark. There's no lights back there.
I'm afraid of the dark. She's going to take me into the dark.
But over here, there were cabinets over here, random cabinets that just weren't used upstairs at that point, but they were brand new cabinets. Okay. It led us on this path of trying to figure out who the people were that lived here before we moved in. Okay. The woman that I bought the house from's husband did die. He did not die in this home. He died from Lou Gehrig's disease. He had a lot of projects in this home that he had not finished. I pulled up the paperwork for the home. It was only her name on the home. It wasn't her husband's name. It wasn't anybody else's name. It was just her name. We found her husband's name after going through paperwork. I'm telling you, like, we're in the wee hours of the morning. We are going through paperwork for hours.
You were still doing this with your friends?
Yes.
Seance party turned into a
research
paper
party.
Scavenger hunt.
Who owns
Let's go to the library.
His name.
It's like a real life murder mystery.
It was really crazy. You know?
Did you feel energy?
No, because I was so closed off to it.
Okay.
So closed off to it. To the point where if you told me something, I would have laughed it off. We found all this paperwork. And remember, the numbers being thrown into her head are 1824, like 1824, 1824. Okay. We finally find this man, Nathan Emerson, and he was born in Somersworth, New Hampshire, lived in Wells, Maine with his wife and child. We found out where he was buried, and he was buried in Somersworth. So we went to the graveyard in the middle of the night.
Oh, this is still the same night?
Yes.
Oh,
we went
my gosh.
to the graveyard in the middle of the night, and we found his grave. And his grave, where he was buried, was literally at the intersection of Route 18 and Route 24. No joke.
That's wild.
No joke. So that led me on a very dark path very shortly after. And
he's got a story to tell. Nathan has a story to tell.
We stirred up some seriously dark. It was very dark energy after that. We came home. I didn't sleep, I think, for days. I was so freaked out to be here. I made my family sleep in hotels. We slept in hotels for days.
Not traumatic at all.
It was very scary. And we have lock on our basement door. We had a latch because we didn't want our kid to come down the stairs. He was so young.
Yeah.
So we have a latch hook. And I would never come down here. When we started to come back to the home after the hotel for a while, I would never come down here. But every single time I would get home, that latch and the basement door were spread wide open.
Shut the fuck.
No fucking joke. I would be making stuff in the kitchen and the cabinets would fucking fly out and hit me in the head.
Jayme.
No, we pissed this guy off. We
You made
pissed
him
him
mad.
the fuck off. I was in my room plugging in my phone, plugging it in.
Another story now.
Plugging in my phone. There was no wind in my room, and my phone plug is against the wall in a hallway, not close to any windows whatsoever. A huge gust of wind coming out of nowhere. It go through my body and push me to the ground. Okay. It was horrifying and scary. So you know what we did?
See, that the ghost hurt you.
It didn't hurt me.
Well,
I think that the ghost came into me. I started.
Oh, he's inside of you.
I
so
think
are
so.
you Nathan now?
I don't know. I turned
Jayme
tougher after
Brown.
that. I turned tougher after that. I started to become obsessed at that point, and I invited mediums to the home.
Okay.
There was a lot of materials that were left here from the wife and secret doors that I had zero idea existed in this home that I found in drawings. And
why would you go looking around?
I called the wife and I told her we found these and I gave it to her. There were pieces in this basement.
Did she think you were a straight up nut job?
For sure.
Like, what's wrong with this lady?
But I didn't tell her those things. I just said he's getting her materials, prized possessions back that she left here, right? We start to utilize some of the old materials that the energy is lingering around and put it into our home and finish it.
Okay.
So the cabinets that had this all dark energy in are now our counters and our cabinets upstairs.
Okay.
And this energy is super peaceful now, but it's super peaceful now. And I think he's at peace.
So the mediums came. Did they do any sage? Did they do any of that stuff?
So much sage all the time. I sage often still, but they came, they explored the land. They said there's rock walls that are surrounding my land. It's from cows and
years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
The 1920s with Ed Gaines.
Yes. Yeah. One can hope. They had said,
that's fucked. We do not want to hope that ever. Dear God, no.
They said that I lived on land with a lot of deaths of babies. Energy in. They had said like there was energy that just kept circling, was very lost, right? And was circling in a specific area that they pointed to in my living room. And when we would come downstairs in the basement, there was a painted circle exactly below where they were saying this lost energy was. It was a lot of wild stuff. It was an unfinished basement, and there was literally just like random paint.
Okay.
They led me to the lost jewelry. They led me to the lost paintings. They led me to different areas and led me to understand that this soul was lost and we needed to finish what he had started because he could not. And then he would get peace. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, I'm glad he's at peace.
Yeah.
And stay here and don't come home with me.
He will not. He's kind.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, when your kids were little, were they freaks of nature?
I will say when I was pregnant with Kingsley, 2 random women at different stages in my pregnancy, very random, never met in my life at different places, did come up to me, put their hands on my belly. Maybe they do this to everybody, right? But this was freaky, and said, this one's a special one. This one's super special. And I do believe Kingsley has lived several lives before, and he is special. Like he is super
Where are you getting that like feeling or thoughts though?
He's talked to me about past lives that he's had.
Let's get him on the pod.
Yeah. He doesn't remember those things anymore. It's always as they're super small. I think you can get it back. I did with this person, I wanted to be able to feel the energy. I still want to. I think this is half the reason I'm super dark and I'm not scared about it. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you.
Thank you for making me the freak that I am.
Yeah. Go to hell.
So I would struggle with that. And there was time when I was house hunting with Matthew and I'd be like, we're not buying this house. He's like, it's right in our price range. It's everything we're looking for. I'm like, it's fucking haunted. And he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's fucking haunted. I'm not buying this house. There were so many houses that I went into that I was like, hard no. Hard no. So, but you just reminded me of another story that I had. I had a friend. She was my best friend growing up. And so her house was fucking haunted. And I remember being in high school, sitting at her computer, talking on AOL. Good old
ASL.
AOL.
Age, sex, location, baby.
We heard the cat race up from the basement, through the kitchen, through the other living room, and up the stairs again to the second floor. And when we heard the cat fucking sprint, we turned around and there was a glow fucking chasing it.
Love.
The glow went up and around.
Love.
And you could see it. There was so many times we heard like creaking on the stairs. Nobody's fucking there, but somebody's walking that stairwell. And they all heard it. Like the mom, the dad, the sister, the stepsister, they all heard it. Their bathroom had like a claw tub. Remember like the old bathtub with the feet claws?
Ever.
Come on. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about from movies, but I never saw
No, but
something
that
like
was their tub, like in their upstairs bathroom. Like that's fucked up to start with. Closet light was always on in the parents' bedroom. And there were so many times they would go to turn it off and it would be back on. They'd turn it off and it'd be back on. It'd turn it off and be back on. And then they were starting to see figures in the doorway, like dark figures. Her house was so fucking haunted.
Can we go to her house? Where's her house?
No, I can't. It's near my dad's.
Okay. Is she still own the house?
Yeah, I think her mom still owns the house.
Amanda's friend, we are coming to ghost hunt in your house.
Oh my God. But that one felt evil.
I love evil.
That's
There's
creepy.
so much more to life than us. There really is. And we're not going to get super spiritual and into this right now, but this can't be it. This life, we're in a vessel right now. That's all we are in. There's so much more to life post-mortem. And you're about to find out tonight, bitch. October, baby. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in to our ghost stories. We want to hear about yours.
Oh, if you have a good ghost story, send it our way. You can email us at darkandglitterypod@gmail.com. Follow us, like, and subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And share with your dark and glittery friends.
Goodbye, darklings. We will haunt your feed every week, but only if you subscribe.
Join the squad. Like, rate, and follow, and tell your glitter-loving friends.
Peace.
Bye.